All right, YouTube. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels posting POVs of Donk or, Niko or Simple or whoever it is playing Face-It Pugs. I thought that I would do that, but also try to give you guys some insights into maybe what they're thinking, as well as my insights on what I would think in that situation. So today we're going to be watching a game of Niko. I think he got 20 kills or something in this pug. I mean, he had a pretty good pug. So we're gonna watch it and just see what we can learn from him. And if you guys don't know, my name's Tim. Some of you guys might know me as Automatic. And yeah, let's get into it. So he has the best spawn. Honestly, I'm assuming he's gonna like go window or jump out window if he's first. Yeah, just goes window. Jumps out, his teammate's covering. Checks A ramp. So comes here, he checks A ramp. Doesn't see anything coming out A at this point, so probably not going to be A. So he watches underpass for his teammate. Okay, now he knows it's a B pop. You can see as he's rotating, he was kind of aware for a guy top mid. Okay, rotates the cat, gets killed. Right, next round. Okay, so he buys a deagle. Okay, absolutely gets demolished. I mean, this is just the thing to do, right? In pugs. Like, yeah, this guy probably had the best spawn. Yeah, he had the best spawn. You just peek window, honestly, before the smoke. This is just full eco. Comes to play A. His teammate's default. Okay, he's gonna bait his teammate. I mean, he had a chance for 2 kills there. I think he just peeked just because he's expecting... He wants to peek before the comm comes in that there's another one default. So you can see, like, he's found out about this guy has no clue, and he had a chance to kill him. So at this point, he's 0-3, and this is where a lot of you guys would be tilted, right? Because you're 0-3 starting the pug, and yeah, it's not... Wait, he got an op? Maybe he's tilted as well, because he's not an opper. Well, let's see what he does with the op. He had to spawn towards A, so looks like he's just gonna start ticket, play for the A explode. So just real quick before we get into the kills. So this is really good. I mean, this is like every opper kind of does this, but you play for them to rush out A while the molly's up. You post cat, see if they run up cat. You can maybe get a free kill if they swing mid. And then when the molly's faded, then you can just go back to watching ramp. He also tries to break the smoke, which is why I think he misses the timing on the first cat, but he still gets the kill. So he gets the first kill. Molly's. He has no flash for his teammate, so his teammate's kind of... Okay, and then he dies to the halls. Yeah, I mean, he had a chance for 2 kills there. But you can see, like... You can see, even though he only gets 1 kill, he gave himself a lot of opportunities, which is kind of the name of the game, right? He looked cat to see if anyone's swinging cat. That's 1 opportunity. Then he naded the smoke. That's another. Then he looked at ramp. He got his kill. Came back. Looked at halls. Could have gotten another kill. So pretty good. Pretty good Awping from him, I would say. So his team lost that round. He has the best mid spawn. And you know what people like to do on Antigos. They like to swing mid. So what is he going to do? Is he going to do the same fight? I mean, I doubt it. Okay, jumps under instead. And you can see they actually did swing top mid. So he gets ticked by the molly, so he just peeks out. Gets 1 guy on, or gets 1 kill on a guy trying to clear him. Okay. I mean, getting a kill on a D ground is like always good. So now second gun round. he hasn't really like gotten to play the game. I mean, he had the op round, but it always feels bad when you go down 0-5. So I think he's gonna play pretty conservatively. I mean, the other team is just literally like rushing. Like they A popped that one round, and then they've just been swinging top mid. So we'll see what he tries to do. Starts window, mollies behind the box. Does the Yuri nade. So we called this nade Yuri, or the Yuri nade. It's just a different way of nading the window smoke, as I'm sure you guys saw. So you just aim right here, right click, and then he didn't jump on the pallet, so he took a lot of damage, but you can jump on the little pallet that's right here. Okay, but here's a B pop. So he rotates towards B. Let's see what happens. Waits for the smoke. That's very good. Then he jumps out, and then he floods. Yeah, so a lot of times, people would just cross. And that's where you can get opt, right? So if you just cross before the smoke fades, boom, you get opt. And another thing is, when the smoke is up, people aren't just going to be watching the smoke, right? So you could actually jump out, get to this pillar, and fight, or do what he did and just swing. Both are pretty good options. I called it the Malb smoke. I think some people called it Alexi B smoke. Throws that smoke, peeks under, gets demolished. You can see the way that the guy ran up. It's actually pretty good. You can see how he's kind of like running in a zigzag pattern. It's just so he's always peeking. Whereas if you ran on that left wall, Niko probably would have killed him. Right. Pretty good route by that guy, but unfortunate for Niko. Okay, so Niko is now 3-7 in this pug, right? And a lot of you guys would be checked out right now. 6-1, or is it 7-1 now? I think it's 6-1 now. So full reset, or not full reset, but they don't have money. Can't really buy. I mean, he'll probably half buy, maybe a Fami, half armor. But a lot of you guys would be checked out right now, but it's still so winnable. He's 3-7. The score is 1-6, but you always got to think about how many chances did you really have. You know, played pistol, lost that, lost the force buy, lost the eco, obviously. So no gun rounds yet. Lost his first gun round where he had the op. He had 2 chances. Then they saved, lost that round, obviously. They won the second gun round, and then they lost the third gun round. So he's only really played 3 gun rounds out of 7 rounds. And so it feels a lot worse than it actually is, right? He has 7 deaths, he's 3-7, but he only played 3 gun rounds. So that's always something to keep in mind. And like, very important, you don't give up in these pugs if you're trying to get better. I mean, even if you're not trying to get better, you shouldn't give up, because it's just annoying for yourself and for your teammates. Okay, so he just buys here because the game is getting a little out of hand. I don't think that this is a tilt buy. This is a tactical buy. Okay, rushing mid. Gets a kill. Mid is clear. So what are you thinking right now? You should be thinking it's sights. So obviously his teammate just saw him come out A. You can see his teammates backing off. So Niko's playing it smart. Here's the flash. Doesn't want to line up. Then he runs out. And then now he's hunting. You can see his cross replacement. Super good. Like, so especially for you newer players, look at his crosser. It's head level. And he's just very trained. So they clear it. He doesn't see anything. He's just going to go hide and spawn now. He's hiding in spawn, playing his life. Gets flanked. Okay, unlucky. I mean, if I was Niko right now, I'd be pretty mad. So I just want to talk about his decision to rush up mid there. I mean, I don't know what was going through his mind. I think for most players, they would see the score, they would be mad, and they would want to rush mid. But you gotta also think about it. He had no utility that round. He had 4K and he bought an M4 armor and like I think he had a smoke. So no utility. I mean, it's your best bet to rush up mid, honestly, or to do an aggressive play there with low utility. And then also one note about that play that I'll show is if you ever want to rush mid, you have to ask your A player for double flashes. Yeah, so he had 2 flashes. One pre-flash like normal, and then he throws a flash, and then you can see the first guy got a kill, and then Niko just traded. I mean, if you just look here, like, there's no utility on the map. So it's best to, you know, go for some fights. So moving on to the next round. He goes to starting window. He comes here. He smokes off a ramp for his teammate and for himself. Sees the Fnatic smoke. Breaks it, gets a kill. Peeks ramp. He mollies one side, so he only has to look at the other. Molly failed, though. It's just small things like this that give you an advantage. So if that molly actually would have landed, it would have made it so he only had to focus on this peak. And he just fights with his teammates. I mean, it's forced by the other team only has pistols, so then now it's a full eco. And so I'm expecting something aggressive. We had a play called Blame F, and that was when the connector player just gets to go for eco kills. So, oh, here it comes. That is so unlucky. It just looks like he's about to get 3 and then he just dies. So, a little unlucky there. Let's see what he tries to do this round. I think he wanted to jump ladder or cap, but he missed his jump. So he's going to reset, cancel. He's always looking at halls, especially... I mean, you just always have to be aware of, like, halls for your A player, unless he's watching it. But you can see his A player is watching halls, so then he just goes and he peeks stairs. As the con player, a lot of people in pugs and at lower levels, they play the con position by just going for a lot of kills in mid, which obviously you've seen Niko do a bit. But when you're not going for kills, you're kind of in this position where you have to be aware of, like, connector, making sure that people can't just come up connector for free or get up cap for free, but you also have to be aware of helping your A player. And so you can see in this round he has a guy connector with him, like Kickstand is here, so he's watching cat, so Niko is just helping his teammate. Top con smoke comes, you hear the molly, they break the smoke, and then he sneaks in. So basically, the idea here, when this molly comes, that's when the T's can also come in, right? And edge the smoke with the molly. They're breaking the smoke so that the T cannot edge the smoke, and then he's coming in so he can cover the smoke. Let me know if that makes sense. But now we're gonna go back. So they broke the smoke. They know that there's no T in between the smokes. He peeks every once in a while for timing. And then you can see it's like a small detail, but watch this. Okay, the smoke is up. He's holding the smoke. A kill just happened too. So because this kill just happened, he knows that someone else is going to try to, like, activate and go for a kill. So he hides in the corner, watching the smoke, peeks out on timing. Boom. The smoke is going to fade, and he's going to peek out again. And then he gets the kill. Obviously, the timing wasn't perfect, but I mean, in CS, nothing ever is really that perfect. If he would have just sat there, you can see he would have died. So it's small, very, very small micro timings that, like, good players are aware of. And then now he's just kind of playing out the situation. I mean, 4v1. Did he have the best spawn here? Yeah, so he had the best spawn. And obviously we saw that he's going to rush mid. So he's rushing mid. He hears him. Gets on a good angle, clears all of mid. They know it's going to be A. And now he's hunting. You can kind of see that it's the same crosshair placement as the previous round. Like, he's very trained, head level. Yeah, just super good. Just like, it looks like super easy kills, but he makes it, even though he has great aim, he makes it easy on himself by having good crosshair placement. So, let's see what they do for pistol around here. Okay, he has dropped a P250. He's looking towards A. He's going to go halls. Now, whenever I used to get dropped the P250 and I would go halls, I would always watch the crack. So I'm assuming he's probably going to do that. So he clears everything. Nice. Gets close. He made a step, but it's probably whatever. His teammates swing out. He clears that. Now he's going to hold the crack. Yep. Now he's peeking out once his teammates get close. I mean, you can kind of see, like, the thought process, right? Like, so he clears everything for his teammates. Boom. Now he's holding the crack just to cover his teammates. Now his teammates are in position. He doesn't have to hold the crack. He can start looking for fights now because he won't get killed from the side. Gets a kill. Now he's just holding. Gets another kill. Just holding for his teammates to take control of that position. I mean, his whole team died, so he just, like, had to get an early kill so that he could isolate some fights. But he got flanked. A little unlucky there. Okay, so Niko just got 3 kills. They got bomb plant. So he's going to have a lot of money. He has 3-5. It's going to be a Galil full armor buy with some nades or just an AK half armor. So we'll see what he does. I mean, knowing Niko, he's probably going to go for the AK. And yep. Goes for the AK, has 1 flash. He has a good spawn. It's probably just going to swing mid, if I had to guess. So we'll see if he just swings mid. Yep, just swings, goes through the smoke. Kills the guy trying to spam. He heard the guy coming up cat, so he looked at cat, then died to spawn. I mean, it's a tough round, right? We're just going to move on to the next round. Because, I mean, honestly, when you have a hero AK, you're just kind of going for some plays. And sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Oh, but his team won that round, so that's good. So they have good spawns. They know that the other team doesn't have good money. So, again, you know what people do when it's an anti-eco for them. They're just going to swing mid. So I think it was Kicksand just threw a fast window smoke. Niko's flashing because he's second guy. They just swing mid, get the kill. Or maybe it wasn't Kicksand that threw the smoke, but... On a pro team, you would actually have these roles kind of set. So, like, on a pro team, you would have the first guy, like... In this case, it was Kicksand. He swung the chair. Second guy could swing this way, or third guy. It doesn't matter. And then the other guy, you could see Niko, like... You can see how good Niko is. He's just playing off of everyone. So, if I just look at it from here. Kicksand swung. He's going to chair, looking at cat. His teammate is on cat. So Niko just sees... Niko sees all this, and he fills in. And he just comes down... bottom con, and he just peeks with this cat guy. Now he's just clearing everything, and he's gonna smoke off jungle. So when you smoke this, mollies, his teammate is in front of him. You see his teammates in front of him. Niko's job now isn't to follow this guy. And Niko's job is to make sure that no one's coming through the smoke, no one's peeking him from ticket. So let's see what he does. He's watching the smoke, looking at ticket, looking at cat, kills a guy trying to come through the smoke. Whenever you throw the smoke, like, you need a guy to go stairs and kind of be covering everything. He's like the overseer, which is what Niko did right there. Now this round, anti-eco. He has, looks like he's gonna go A. His teammates are Actually, no one had a mid spawn, but I mean, they might still swing mid anyway. He's just gonna go A. He's gonna peek out and look for fights. Sees a guy. You can see how he kind of clears everything. Peeks triple, peeks ticket, and now he's just crouching. Gets a kill on that guy. You gotta think about these things, because if he was standing here, this guy definitely could have killed him if he had like a D, but Niko is just like methodical with how he clears everything. So he's crouching. He's known about, so now he's kind of doesn't care if he makes noise. Gets a kill default. Even re-mollies. You know what's so funny about this molly actually? If I go back to this round, you see he's double default. So maybe this is like a common setup that like people run nowadays on these rounds, right? So he was double default, so you can see that in this round, when he's coming out ramp, gets the kill on the guy's stairs. Again, he doesn't care if he's making noise because they already know about him. He sees the guy default, kills the guy default, still hyper aware. Then he re-mollies default in case someone is kind of trying to do the same setup as him. He's playing for the things that he does himself, right? Yeah, small detail, but kind of cool to see. And also, I just want to show you guys like his clear, because he's literally been doing this clear since CSGO. He was going to crouch walk all the way. He was going to uncrouch, peek this angle, and then crouch walk, and then peek this angle, and then he was going to get here and probably like walk to sandwich or something. But obviously they saw him, so wasn't going to do that. Literally, he's been doing a very, very similar clear since CSGO. Like 2017, he's been doing the same shit. But it's just so good, like, can't stop it. Doesn't matter. Now he's... Seems like he's rushing underpass. We call this play exile, where you basically just rush underpass. Then you peek on. Now he's walking next to the smoke. Just waiting for a connector player to do a play. As the smoke's fading, he's going to do that nade pattern we talked about, where he smokes top con. He's going to molly behind the smoke. Okay. And again, wait, supporting his teammates. And again, he's filling in. You can see he saw his teammate get into con, right? He knows his teammates are up cat. So a lot of people in this situation, they would just go and like be in connector, right? They would just be in connector with their teammate. But he's actually making the best use of his life, which is to watch for the flank. Because if he kills a guy flanking from A, they know the con guy can walk up A now, or kill someone flanking underpass, then obviously you know that B is probably somewhat clear, or there's only one B. So playing off his teammates here, and he's just being patient. I mean, his whole team is being patient, but they get a guy towards A, so they're probably just going to end up going A now. Yep, going towards A. Off the spam, he peeks. So I mean, I don't even know how to like explain why this is good, but it's just good because, you know, in Niko's mind right now, he knows where one guy is already. He knows that there's a guy on the left. So at most there's a guy on the right. And so he's just confident in taking that battle because he knows that two people aren't holding him. So you can even see he kind of aimed to the right, but then the guy ended up being more towards the left. But yeah, I mean, just like an isolated fight that he's confident taking. Good spawn, probably gonna peek window again. Yep, sure does. Crouch peeks it. A little bit of a crazy spray, it's all good. You can kind of see he's swinging cat. In the previous round when he was this guy, he's just kind of playing off his teammates, right? He sees the people in front of him and he kind of fills in the spots that need to be filled in. He's holding cat so his teammate can peek cat comfortably. Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty easy round. So there could be a guy behind the smoke, but he's just gonna walk in a straight line through the smoke. Doesn't see anything. Okay, well, the guy just walked through a smoke and killed him. I mean, it's honestly a tough scenario to be in because there was no window smoke. And this guy took a huge risk. This guy took a massive risk to walk down and then he's gonna get another kill. But yeah. Alright, I mean, that just happens sometimes. You can't play for everything. You have to pick and choose what you're gonna play for. He's just throwing some mid pressure while his teammates B-pop. We can kind of see his pathing when he comes out B. He's like third or fourth. Comes out balcony. A little bit of a crazy spray. He's watching the smoke. Again, he's kind of watching for like... He's kind of watching for the thing that he did, right? What did he do? He jumped out the smoke and peeked. So Niko... I mean, obviously his teammates are here, so he's watching the left side. And he just posted on the smoke. And then we can see how he's pathing here even. He's using this pillar as cover, but no one can see him. So using it as cover. Peeks cat, nothing. Tries to get the E-box. He's gonna die to the plane. He's unlucky. You could just see how careful and methodical Niko is with his movements, how aware he is of every angle, and then also he's always like aware of what he would do in that scenario. So in that scenario, like I said, right, he just jumped out the smoke and tried to flood. So what did he do when he was, you know, on the T side? He was playing for someone to jump through the smoke. And yeah, same with the example when he was ramp with the guy default. So just really like good play from Niko, honestly. So they're just gonna rush halls. So they again, very careful detail here. His teammate rushes out halls and dies, right? Look at this guy. He's looking halls. The connector player was looking halls, saw that the halls player died, thought that it was clear, and then peeked ramp. And then if you saw what Niko did, he waited. You can see like the discipline. Died, waited the split second, and then peeked stairs. Because the guy's not going to be expecting it. So... again, good play. Not taking that crack angle because the guy has an op. Smokes top con. Molly's jungle for his teammate. Flashes. His teammate's probably going to get a kill. Almost. Tough spot. Flashes mid. Rushes down mid. Goes bottom, goes down valley. He's watching for the smoke play. He's literally watching for the play that the guy just ran on him. Gets a free kill just because of awareness. I mean, different guy, but this is the jump. Jumps back up. Gets a kill on guy walking through smoke, and now he's scrimming. Now he doesn't care. Finds the last guy. Bomb's gonna get planted B. Yeah. What can we learn from Niko? For one, he is very good at playing off of other people. Some of the rounds that really show that is like pissed around. His teammate is window holding top mid, so then he checked A real quick to try to help his A player, and then nothing was A on that timing, so then he went to con and watched underpass for his teammate window. One of the rounds, Kickstand had an op, and he was holding he was taking care of Khan. So then what did Niko do? He went to go help his A player, making sure that he was checking ramp or watching halls for him. Even on the T sides, you can see like that's like a very common thing is like one swinging cat, one swinging bottom valley or bottom mid, and then one guy going chair to hold cat. You can see that he didn't have to do one role. Like he was swinging chair and then he saw a kickstand there, so then he dropped down and he swung bottom con instead, and then the other round kickstand was bottom con, and so he stayed chair. And yeah, so he's very good at playing off his teammates. He's very methodical with his clears. The A ramp clear, I know it was against pistols. I mean, he's been doing that clear for a long ass time. Like I've been watching Niko demos for a really long time, and he is very, very meticulous with every fight that he takes. So if you want a player to watch, I mean, Niko has great aim, but you got to remember, even with great aim, he gives himself the best chance with his knowledge of like angles and his knowledge of or just his crosshair placement in general. So that's someone that you should watch, especially if you don't have good aim, right? If you don't have good aim, you want to make things as easy as possible. So that's another thing. And he didn't tilt. What was he, like 2-7 or 3-7? They were down 6-1 and they ended up winning, right? So yeah, I mean, he's not desk slamming in pugs, I'll say that. Okay, I don't know about, you know, on stage, but I'll say that. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be posting more content. I'm just trying to come up with some more ideas on like what I want to post, and if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. And yeah, I'll try to get to it if I feel like I can provide some value. Anyways, thank you guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.